Hello everyone, welcome back to our farm on Farming Simulator 25 here on the Frankenmuth Farming Map. So what's been happening? I've just been doing some contracts and we got our rice fields planted, so that's done. And just check for traffic. So both our rice fields are planted and yeah, we just need to remember to water them. We do still have some two pallets left of rice saplings, so at least we didn't run out or have to go buy. And yeah, that is currently where we're at. Everything is filled up that I could fill up with the productions. There's not much goat milk here, so we'll probably just leave this until tomorrow. It went, yeah, 175 liters, so I mean that's not gonna do much, and it won't last through the night in any way. So what we're planning to do is we technically do not have enough, I would say, money, but I think we might make it. So I'm thinking we're gonna do the cow and water buffalo pen. So first of all, because this is probably not going to turn out well, I just want to save the game. And with autosave off, at least if we make a mistake, we can fix it. Then we are going to hop into our construction menu. And we are going to go over to animals, cows. And those are obviously too expensive. So I'm thinking of getting this one because it can at least take bales. And that will help us to feed the animals, because currently we have bales and I don't want to get a bale shredder. So this is going to be what we're getting. We are going to flip it this way. Let me just see, where's the fence? There's the fence. Okay, so I'm thinking we should have enough space if I place it more or less in the middle of this area. Let's kind of try to get it relatively straight. Now we don't really need the space on this side, so we can go back a bit. We can drive through it, I guess, unless I leave a little bit. Okay, so we will most likely place it there. Yes, we want to customize the fence. Okay, now first of all, I need to toggle this auto snap thing on. So we are gonna go up to more or less there. Okay, how far did we go with the fence on that side? Not that far, so I'm hoping that is more or less straight. Run it over. Let's just get ourselves turned a bit so that I can just see if this fence is straight or not. Well, it's not going to line up perfectly with the other one. Let me just see this fence. Is that skew? It is, isn't it? How can I go back? H. Let's try not to use the logging out and in thing. And let's turn this back. And now we went too far, but that's probably better. Now I'm gonna have to place this blindly. More or less in line with something like that. I guess that leaves us a little bit of space. Get over here. It looks like It's gonna be something like that, maybe? Maybe a bit out. Maybe something like that and that. Yes. Okay, let's go see what mess we made. So that looks fine. Everything down here looks fine. At least we can still fit something through here if we want to drive through here. I just want to see the back especially. Hopefully that isn't skew because it's going to bother me. Okay, so it is a bit off with that, but it's fine. It looks relatively straight. Hopefully this won't bother our workers, but I don't think it will. Now this turned out very well. I'm happy. Now I'm just wondering how many animals we can fit, so we're gonna find that out real quick. Ooh, 82,000. I only looked at the bank account now. Okay, so was I planning on spending that much? Probably yes. Okay, so we get our milk here. And we get the animals here. Okay, so now I'm gonna have to be very careful. Where is the settings? Oh no, we'll see it in here, it's fine. So we can fit 135. And now they want to give me all kinds of different options. Okay, so water buffaloes we definitely want. So I'm thinking, will we be able to buy 10 at least? You know what, we can always add a bit more, so let's buy 10. And 10. And 10. Okay, and then we have to the Mosen, Angus, Holstein, or Brown Swiss. Decisions. Well, for a little bit of variety, I think we should go with either these ones, those ones, or these ones. These ones look nice. Are they more expensive? Yes. Of course they are. Okay, so how much is 10 of those gonna cost us? I still want to buy a bale wrapper. That is a bit unfortunate anyway. Okay, so we are committed. We are committed. And then that was the cheapest part. Okay, so they are all in here, all happy chappies. Everything is looking good. I just want to see these ones especially. What's that? Water buffalo. Hey, mama. Looking good? Okay, so let's quickly head over and bring them some food so that we can get them as healthy as quickly as possible, or healthy as quickly as possible, and start making some money off them, because we spend quite a bit of money. I'm gonna see now if we can borrow some of that back. Hopefully we can, because if I can just get the bale wrapper, that would be nice. Okay, apart from all the other expenses that we have, but we can still do some contracts. Oh, and I want to show you the map real quick. Let's just get How many bales? 4. I'm guessing they're gonna need more than that. Oh, no, let's give him 6. It's the small one, so I don't know how much they're actually gonna take, but so our neighbors have actually started to plant more of the crops that we like to harvest. So I'm hoping in the next harvest season that we actually get quite a bit of contract work. That we want to do. And of course that will help our... What is happening? That will help our bank balance quite a bit. There's a lot of wheat, or some wheat, and canola. There's quite a bit of canola actually. And then there's also... I can't remember barley. It's gonna fit in the middle. Oh, sort of. And there's 2 cotton ones if I... No, it went back into the trigger. Okay, let's just take 5 over. Maybe we only need 5. I have to drop that bale that it took. So while I'm talking about this, okay, so someone decided that carrots would be a great idea for over here and over there and over there. So there are still some vegetables. We have some green beans down here. That one is a wheat field. Oh, and we have quite a bit of oat as well. So there's oat all around here, so that's nice. There's some soybeans, one over up there as well, and some down here. And canola. Canola is on 5, 6, and 41. The rest is ours. There's Falfa over there. There's some more wheat up there. And like, oh yeah, that's the green bean ones. Someone planted potatoes over there. Thank you for that. We appreciate it. We will probably not be helping with the harvest on that. There's a little bit of sorghum over here on 27. But yeah, overall, oh, I think there's a little bit of sorghum up there on 9. But we never work on that field. We normally get a contract for this one, so that's gone. And we get a contract for this one. And we get some contracts over here, so at least some of it we will be able to help with, which is going to be nice. I can always... There is a mod for a vegetable harvester that has a reserve tank or internal storage. And I'm thinking of maybe adding that in the mod up, just to see if when that contracts pop up, if they maybe give you that as equipment instead of the normal equipment that doesn't have a reserve tank, because then we might actually be able to assist with... I wonder if we can just drive into the trigger. That didn't work. Okay, so we'll unload. Okay, there goes one. Come on. 2. 3. Hopefully we can at least keep 1 in spare. Oh. Are you gonna take all of it? That is rather unfortunate. How much food do... Okay, I know they're gonna use more. Oh my. Okay, so we'll bring over maybe 4 more. Okay, we're just gonna have to reverse out of here. I won't drive in there again. And then at least we get a bit of slurry as well, that we can use maybe on one of the fields. Now the slurry does not last long, I mean, but If we have it, we should use it. So I'm just gonna get, what did I say, 4 more. We just don't throw them back in. These kind of defeats the purpose. Oh, I had it and then I thought I didn't and then I dropped it. Okay. And once we're done with this, we're gonna head over into the next one. And next month, as I said, we should be able to harvest our grass field. So after we're in May, we will immediately start to, I shouldn't do that, right? No, I shouldn't. Should drive past the sheep or the goats. We're immediately going to start the workers to get that field cut, and after that, or we'll just continue with other tasks on the farm. Don't think there's too much that we have to do next month, but at least we can continue with some contract work and everything as well. We will bale that field ourselves because we can't have a... Okay, so oh, they took that one. Just keep our cows happy. Is that close enough? I don't know. Put it over there. Are we gonna have 2 spares? Okay, that's good. And then by tomorrow morning this will probably be gone. Yeah. Here we go. Moo! We are here. We fed you. Be happy. Make milk. Okay, there we go. I'm not gonna take this too far because we are gonna have to get eggs and Napa cabbage over to the preserved food production as soon as possible tomorrow morning. Okay, other than that, all our animals are good, all our productions are going as I said, so we are heading over into May. So let's have a good rest. Okay, so we are running low on money. Let's quickly see if the bank is lenient at the moment. They are. Okay, I just want to keep that in my bank account because we have to buy that baler. Okay, so first of all, rice fields. Let's get that flooded. But so we need as much of that as possible. Still have to look at getting another rice field. Don't think we have to worry too much about all the other productions at this point, or the animals. I think they should all be fine. We can check on them a bit later. Okay, and then we have to grab the eggs and the Napa cabbage and get that over to our preserved food production. Okay, the eggs are a bit more, so that's nice. I'm just gonna kind of take all of it. No, stop dropping this stuff. It's fragile. Now I'm handling these eggs like it's bricks. Anyway. Okay, don't drop it, don't drop it, don't drop it. Should probably not be running with the eggs. That's most likely the problem. Oop. Don't drop it off the other side. Thank you. And we'll grab these last ones as well. The more we have over there, the better. I think we would have run out of rice flour by now. So the eggs will just be used for the normal flour, or with the normal flour to make the noodle soup. So, but soon we will have more rice. So let's just strap that in. I'm gonna take this a bit closer. Just grab the Napa cabbage. I want to check on the rice field before I head off with this to the production. Maybe just get our workers started on the grass field with cutting it. Because that takes a minute. Okay, so we'll get that sorted. Just quickly head in here, go to growth. Okay, that grass field is ready for harvest. So hop over to the Macdon. Thing is, because I'm cutting with this Macdon, obviously it cuts a bit slower. Just hire him. My good choices, thank you. Okay, so that's going. Okay, so I'm gonna head over to our reserved food, and then we are gonna buy a bale wrapper. So I first just need to get our Valtra over there as well, just to hook up to it and bring it back. And I'm gonna check if there's a little bit of flour pallets that I can take over to the preserved food as well. So I'll see you in a little bit. Hey, welcome back. So we're over here at the shop, and we're quickly gonna hop in. There's two things that I want to buy, and I want to see if one of them matches up to our international. So the one that we want to buy is the wrapper. Now I'm thinking of buying the more expensive one because we can wrap square and round bales, and it goes up to I didn't pay attention to this. It goes up to 150. That goes up to 180. And it also does square bales up to 180. Now, why is this one more expensive than this one? Will it just take longer to do the work? See, we would like to do 180 centimeters because then we can wrap the big bales. And that's going to be less bales to move around. So, well, I guess we're taking this one. I don't know if I want to change it from white. I think white's the best color. So just wonder how this thing's gonna work. Hope it's not gonna be difficult to get the bales in here. It takes the bale from the... Does it take the bale from the front? Oh boy, this is gonna be fascinating. Okay. Well, I hope this turns out well. Otherwise that piece of equipment might get sold sooner than later. I should have checked our special prices. Okay, nothing that we can afford right now in there. Okay, and then the other thing that we need is a... Just gonna have to find it. We need a little bit bigger tanker. for the milk just to get it over to the dairy. So I'm not going to go big for now. Small will be fine. So we're going to customize that. And I think we're going to keep it just like this. Looks good to me. So we're going to buy that one. Okay, so we have a little bit of money left. I first want to hop into our international and see if any of these hook up. Will it? Nope. Otherwise I'm just gonna have to fetch both with the Voltra. Because our little special tractor is currently over at the... nope. Currently over at the sawmill, so I don't want to drive that all the way here. Okay, so I'm gonna get everything back to the farm and just have everything ready for our grass field, and then I'll bring you in a bit later and I'm gonna look at some contracts and see if there's anything that we can do. Currently not really, so we'll keep an eye on that just to get some of our money back. Okay, see you in a little bit. Okay, we are back. So guess what we are selling next? So this is a little thing that you drive around apparently. Okay, so then this is probably not the right way to do it. I don't know what the right way is. Okay, so I take the bale and then I put it in there and then it kind of wraps it. Okay, and then it stops. So then I kind of drag this out myself. Okay, and there's our wrapped bale. So I have to do this with every bale on this field. Now, if we had 10 or 20 bales or something like that, you know, then this wouldn't have been a problem for me. But we have 100. So I'm gonna be here for a while trying to sort this out, because what I did at the beginning was I kept feeding this thing thinking like, okay, no, it's gonna pop out all the bales, you know, because that makes sense to me. Now let me just show you that that is not what happened. Okay, so it kind of wraps everything together. So this is like one big sausage thing of bales. So it doesn't cut it or anything, it just wraps it all together. So then I try to figure out like, okay, how am I going to get the bales separate? And that's my process. That's the process. And why can't I jump there? That's unfortunate. Now I have to walk back. Okay, that thing is super fast, by the way. It has like a top speed of, I think, 5 kilometers an hour. If it is that. So, yeah. So I'm doing kind of pots at a time, like maybe 5 bales at a time, just dropping them in there and getting them wrapped and dragging them out again. And yeah, needless to say, this was not a good purchase. And if I'm using this thing wrong, then I fully understand. But if I hop in, I can't even tell this thing like, okay, so continue and drop the bale, or set it to cut the bale or anything. So apparently, as far as I can see, this is it. This is what's gonna happen. And now I can't just go to the shop and buy a different baler, because bale wrapper, because the other bale wrappers don't wrap such big bales. I think that one, the one that I wanted to buy, takes round bales only up to 150 centimeters. And I went and I made 180 centimeters bales because this thing can do that apparently with a lot of hard work. So yeah, I'm just gonna continue on here, get this done. Other than that, on the farm there's not much that we can do today. I'm just going to continue with contracts. I have been doing some. We've had some mowing contracts and weeding contracts that I've been completing in between. I doubt that anything has popped up. I don't want to check now because I mean the travel time. So I'm just going to get this a little bit forward. But our productions are doing good, our animals are doing good, and we should have enough bales, and we will be able to harvest this field maybe once or twice more before winter comes. Oh, wrong side, you see. And yeah, but we're definitely selling this after we're done with this field. I just kind of want to wrap these bales separately because it's going to be easier to handle and to transport. We're going to sell it often anyway, but yeah, honestly, it will be easier than working with those kind of, oh boy, that works. Working with that sausage kind of rolls of bales, because I'm gonna have to try to transport that with the international and just get it over to where it needs to be. I know there didn't happen a lot this episode, but at least we got our cows and our water buffaloes and they seem happy, so they will start producing for us pretty soon, and then we can get that milk also over to our dairy production. And yeah, that will help the farm quite a bit, just to have a different source of income and maybe products that we can sell at different times of the year so that we can get more income throughout the year instead of having to wait for quite a bit before we are able to sell our products off for best prices. If you like the video, please like, and if you want to see more laughs about me buying stuff that I shouldn't buy, you're welcome to subscribe. And yeah, if you want to get notifications whenever I upload videos, if you want to make your day with stuff like this, you can hit that notification bell, and I'll see you in the next one, hopefully with bales that we don't have to wrap anymore. And yeah, then we'll continue on the farm, and I'm gonna make a little bit of plans and see what we can do next. We'll most likely get, I'm thinking about the second small sawmill that I want to place between those trees where the other small one is, and then we can possibly look at buying some of the other productions where we can actually use that wood to make either furniture or what else, furniture or those bin things, barrels, those barrels. Maybe we can use that or buy that and then make a little bit more products and see if we can make more money off our planks that way, even though we make good money already. But that's going to be it from me. I'll see you in the next one. Enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye.